It's 2 a.m., and you got on the wrong subway in New York. It's dangerous. Someone may want to steal your iPod or purse. Have you ever been in a dangerous situation where your life is in jeopardy? Now, Distorted View presents Safety Tips with Tim Henson. Tim will teach you how to avoid a mugging or robbery. Technique 1. Pretend you don't speak the language.
No.
Give me your fucking money, bitch!
I don't know.
The language barrier may be your barrier from danger and your pathway to safety. Technique number 2. Pretend you're crazy. Quickly spit a little drool from your mouth and twitch a little. Make haunting noises. No one will take money from an insane person. Technique 3. Pretend you are a crazy dog. Just start barking at them. Show them your teeth and growl. You just have to be creative. If you're in a scary situation, you just amp up the crazy. If you're in a rape situation, then there's technique 4. Act retarded. Baby, I'm gonna rape you. You're coming with me.
Okay, I'll come with you. I changed my underwear. I made a mess.
The rapist isn't gonna rape you with a shitty asshole. These are just some of the helpful techniques you'll learn from our new instructional DVD set, Safety Tips with Tim Henson. Stay safe with Tim.
Yeah, okay,
Hey, Freaks, it's Monday, April 2nd, 2018. Coming up on the program today, I'm an honorary Jew. Plus, Roseanne Barr fires up the oven for a batch of chocolate Hebe cookies. Why you shouldn't snort slugs, and inhaling condoms. All of this, plus your voicemails today on TV.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Every time he jerked off, he would fart from his penis.
Yeah, Tim Henson back here with you, starting off a new week of programs. This right here is Distorted View Daily. I hope you all had a great weekend and a great Easter. And if you're Jewish, whatever the hell you people did this weekend, what's funny about that is I was a part of the Jewish festivities this weekend, and I still don't know what the hell was going on. It was bonkers. So I did not go up to Ashtabula and spend time with my family because the drive is so long. This is one of the things my mom was most worried about when I told her I was going to move to Cincinnati. Now you're never going to come see me. And I'm like, Mom, it's only an extra hour and a half away. Columbus is 3 hours. You add another hour and a half. It's like 4.5, 5 hours tops to drive up to Ashtabula. Who the fuck wants to drive 5 hours? I am quickly learning. Not me. I will never see that old broad again. She is going to have to learn how to use FaceTime if she ever wants to see my misshapen face again. Or, I understand she's old, but grow a pair and drive down and see me. It's not a hard drive. It's just long, right? It's basically a straight shot down 71 South. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. Earlier in the week, Lord Douche said, "We have been invited," and I immediately cringed. Those are some of the scariest words someone could speak to me, especially Lord Douche, because he knows some awful people. What their idea of fun is not what my idea of fun is. Anyway, these people, very nice. All what I'm about to say is my issues with anxiety, general anxiety, social anxiety, anxiety of the indoors and outdoors, and also just my general dislike of people. I'm sure I've told you guys this before, but even with my close friends, you got 2 hours. That's the limit I can give you before I want to bail. That's why dinner and a movie with friends is like the best outing for me. One, I can just focus on my food, right? Love to eat. And if there is something I want to discuss with my friends, I can hear all about it during that, 45 minutes to hour and a half, whatever it is that we're eating. Pretty much everything I need to know about someone or, catching up with someone I can do in that time. Then, boom, you go to a movie, everyone just shuts the fuck up. Everything is dark, so it's kind of like I'm by myself. And then I go home, right? Anyway, that is not what happened. I was not being invited to a dinner and movie situation. I was being invited to an Easter... Lord Deuce actually gave me a choice. He said, all right, we've been invited to 2 things hosted by the very same people, all right? There was Easter on Sunday And then on Saturday, there was going to be a Seder, which I'm pretty sure is a half-man, half-goat monstrosity from Greek mythology. Naturally, I gravitated towards that. I did not want to do Easter over someone's house. Now, I've met these people, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. I'm not ready to meet family. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't want to go over someone, like, they're strangers, pretty much. And meet uncles and cousins and shit. I don't want to feel that uncomfortable for that long. Besides, I had my Easter all planned out. I went to Costco and bought some green stuffed peppers. I was planning to eat that in front of the television, watching reruns of, like, game shows on the Game Show Network. Everyone wants to ruin my fun, right, by doing things. So, strategically, I thought, okay, let's do this thing on Saturday. The half-man, half-goat science experiment. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to split DNA and play God for a while. That is not what a Seder is, by the way. S-E-D-E-R spells Jew. Now, you know, we have a lot of fun here on Distorted View Daily when I say things like, I'll get you, Jews, and then I threaten to exterminate them or something. Obviously, honestly, I don't have an opinion one way or the other on the Jewish people as a whole. I certainly don't want to commit some sort of genocide against them. Anyway, by the way, this really bugged me. Someone on Facebook today posted a picture of Roseanne dressed up like Hitler. This is like a professional photo shoot, right? This is from years ago. Look it up. Maybe I'll make it today's featured image. Roseanne in the kitchen in a Hitler outfit, pulling out gingerbread Jews from the oven, smiling and then like biting their heads off and stuff. It's a brilliant photo shoot. Ginger Jew cookies, come on. That's pretty creative. Anyway, the Facebook post reads like, this is Roseanne Barr, period. Dressed as Hitler, period. Really, accentuating all these. Carrying what she referred to as burnt Jew cookies. I like the term ginger Jews better. This is one of the many reasons why I refuse to support her in anything she does. And, okay, I myself, I thought the picture was kind of funny, but also I'm like, whoa, that is pretty radical. Or
extreme!
Yeah, exactly. So I looked up these pictures because I can't let stuff like this go. I got to get to the bottom of this. Okay, she did these photos for a Jewish magazine. These were done for Jewish people, making a Jewish magazine. There was some like satirical Jewish magazine called Hebe. Even that's kind of funny. That ran, I don't know, in the early they ran for like a decade or something. And it was supposed to be provocative and funny and stuff. And so that's where, she posed for this magazine. Now, you can still be offended from the pictures, but it's not really Roseanne's fault. I mean, she agreed to be in this photo shoot, and who knows how, if she knew exactly what she was going to be doing. She probably was just supposed to be interviewed for the magazine. They're like, hey, we're going to take some pictures of you, and some will be funny. And then next thing you know, she's dressed up like Hitler. Still, like in my mind, I'd be like, okay, well, it's Jewish people doing this, so I guess I'm game. There is so much anger and hatred right now for Roseanne Barr because she supports Trump and like her television show is back and getting phenomenal ratings. I saw the show. I thought it was funny, and maybe it's because, everything 90s is awesome to me and it was a nostalgic thing. Maybe that's kind of coloring my opinion, but I thought it was fine. And, they've got good comedians writing on that show. Norm Macdonald is a writer. I know a lot of you guys like Norm. Whatever. It's decent. And on the show, her character is a Trump supporter. Laurie Metcalf's character, who plays Aunt Jackie, is a Hillary supporter. And then they go back and forth, for a couple scenes where they're, like, making fun of each other's candidate. Jackie was a Hillary supporter. Roseanne was a Donald supporter. They make some jabs at, like, health care and stuff, and that's pretty much it. Let us not forget the executive producer and the chick who plays Darlene, Big O Dykes. Her son on the show is like a tranny or something, a cross-dresser. This isn't exactly like InfoWars, the sitcom, although I would like to see Alex Jones play a father in a sitcom. It's just kind of annoying to me. If you go on Twitter, there's a lot of people making bold proclamations like, I will not be watching the Roseanne reboot. I cannot support someone who voted for that monster. Lots of people voted for that monster. The checkout girl at the grocery store where you buy all your crap probably voted for Trump. I don't recall you chucking those cans of chili at her face as you stormed out of the Kroger. And let's be honest, Roseanne doesn't have that much power in the industry. At least she didn't before she got this show back up and running and it was a ratings success. She had like a reality show 7 years ago. It was canceled after 1 season, and it followed her on her macadamia nut farm. Then nothing from her. She had to like run for president, that old gimmick, right, to get in the news. It's okay, guys. She's not a threat. Who the fuck cares what she believes? You know what I mean? It's silly. Okay, back to the Seder thing. So I said, okay, let's not do the Easter thing with this family. Let's do the Seder on Saturday because I thought that would be quicker. Oh, I was wrong on that one. Okay, so we get there and the house is packed with people. There's like 40 people there. I knew none of them. I've met 3 of the people at this shindig a handful of times, 3 or 4 times. That's it. And, I guarantee you none of them know my last name. 2 of them probably don't remember my first name. So whatever. Lord Douche knows, he used to live down in Cincinnati. He knows these people having a good time, whatever. So the other, 35 people are all like Guatemalan or something. The Jewish guy's partner is like Hispanic. And his whole family lives here or is visiting or something. And that's who was here. And none of them speak English, really. And I was just sitting in a corner the whole time because Lord Douche, given the opportunity to talk in his native tongue, will happily chirp in his jib-jab language for hours on end. Half of the night was in Spanish. Half of the night was in Hebrew. You know me, I can barely speak English. I was totally at a disadvantage. And nothing is more annoying when they start laughing. It's all like, you're like, what are they laughing at? Why are they looking at me? The hell is Lord Douche saying, right? And so occasionally they'll like, throw me a softball question like, where did you grow up? Are you from Ohio? And I'll be like, yes. See. And then they go back to talking to amongst themselves. And I was sitting right next to Lord Douche, and, he's talking to this broad for the longest time, and then she hands him her phone, and he types in his phone number. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I hate to be the jealous type, but why the fuck are you giving this woman your phone number? It was the weirdest thing. Later on, he was like, I didn't know what to do. She asked me for it. Something I could not verify because I don't speak Spanish. And then he was like, oh, don't be mad. That's common. Like, what? You giving random strangers your phone number is common? I wasn't sure what that meant. Luckily, like, he gave her, I was looking, wanted to see what was going on. So when he was, like, entering the phone number, I noticed that he gave her the home phone number and not, like, the cell phone where texting could happen. I'm just all of a sudden like super paranoid. Like it was just like hours and hours of me not understanding anything that was going on or having anyone to talk to. Meanwhile, Motormouth next to me, jib. The hell knows what was being said. Could be plotting a fucking kidnapping. Speaking of kids, there was about you know how the Hispanics are with the kids. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. But there was like a lot of kids, right? And I'm not good with kids, especially ones that don't speak my language. Little kids that don't know you a lot of times will just, like, run up to you and not say anything and just look up and stare. And then I feel like I have to perform for them. So I'm like, hi, what's your name? And then they just run away from me. Like, apparently they did not like my act. It was a very tough crowd. All right, so then we're finally at the main event. Again, we got all 40 people sitting down, and booklets are passed out. Oh, there's going to be reading. I don't know if you've ever participated in a Seder. Probably not. I don't even know really what the hell it was about. Jews being persecuted or chased or something. I think that's pretty much all of their holidays, right? Because isn't Hanukkah like the thing? Like, Hanukkah... Jews were running away for some people, right? And they had to light that menorah, and the oil was only supposed to last a certain amount of time, but it ended up lasting 7 days or 8 days or 12 days. Now they're running again for Easter. they got to just calm down. I feel like they're easily spooked. Sometimes with good reason. It is, after all, why ginger Jews is a thing. Anyway, so there's like this huge booklet, and you have to like read, and there's stuff you need to do. You got to be like dipping horseradish in something, which is supposed to, I don't remember what it was. You dip parsley in water. I think the water is supposed to represent tears. That I kind of liked. And then there's like at a different point, you got to like dip horseradish in something or eat horseradish with matzah, which, you know, is like that. It's like a cracker. It's unleavened bread. But we had to go around. All 40 people had to read a paragraph, right? And I was like the second person. And most of the people, the guy who was running this, Lord Douche's friend, very nice. He got like this booklet that was like on one side it was in English, one side it was Spanish, and you could pick which side you wanted to read. Obviously, I chose English, the superior language. Most of the people chose Spanish. Oh, and then there's like songs you gotta sing about goats or something. I don't know. It was all it was too much for me. Like I said, I top out at like an hour, 2 hours, and like I don't do well with large groups of people I don't know. We had to drink like 4 glasses of wine. I think that's part of the thing. That kind of helped. And then I kept getting shots to drink, which I don't think is part of the Seder. Ouzo or something. I don't think Jews had that. That was like the Spanish part of the evening. It was crazy bonkers bananas. It was just funny because we all had to like read, like I said, the paragraph, and it went around all 40 people like 3 times, right? So I had to read 3 different paragraphs. I had the longest fucking paragraph, by the way, with like hard Hebrew words in there. And I did it in my distorted view voice. All right, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted Jew news. First up, Jews are on the run again. What the hell did they do this time? Then I had my sound effects machine, so I played some like cum fart sounds and stuff. They're running to the toilet. By the way, as a side note, something I've noticed about my friends, like our friend who was coming over to, install some wiring and stuff, told me like on his way down, he listened to my show and he was like talking about some of the things that I was playing or whatever. None of my friends ever say, "Wow, you're really funny. You've got a great show." It's always like, "Oh, I listened to your show." They never really talk about the quality of it or anything about me. That kind of bugs me. That's really neither here nor there. Sorry. I'm just throwing in random complaints. I learned that from the Jews this weekend. It was actually really kind of cool, you know, like the traditions and all the other fucking shit going on. And it was very nice of them to invite us. Any problem I had, is problems of my own. Right, my own weird issues. Also, Lord Douche didn't help things. You'd think after, 8 years of knowing each other, he would get the hint of how I fucking operate. So I told him, look, I can't do both things. I can't do Easter and Passover. We got to pick one, right? Also, it's because there's so much shit we need to do at the house anyway, unpacking-wise, and, I need a day off from everything. So, just one day. Either the Seder thing or the Easter thing, okay? And so we picked the Seder thing, which was cool. And, cool. And as soon as we get there, Lord Douche is talking to the guy's mom, the guy whose house it was, his mom, who, I guess he has met a few times. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to some Easter buffet tomorrow. They're going to have lamb." It's not how she talked, but that's how, the old lady, right? And Lord Douche was like, "I love lamb." And she's like, "Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I really like lamb. I would love to go to a place that has..." He's like kind of angling for an invite. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. A, I don't like lamb. B, I'm still on the fence about Jews. No, I mean, I knew what he was doing. And so eventually she was like, "Oh, yeah, you'll have to come sometime. We go every Sunday or, every month or something." And then Lord Douche took that as an invite. And so he kept bringing it up to the guy whose house it was, who like, yeah, your mom wants us to come to this thing tomorrow. I'm like, no, she doesn't. But I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to be like one of those people who obviously seem like they don't want to be there or be involved at all. So I was just quiet. The mother actually leaves the house. She bails early. So there was never Lord Douche couldn't weasel his way back in and get that hard confirmation of like when to be there and where to go. I don't think he knows where it was supposed to be. Thank God. It was just weird, right? And then the other thing is like Lord Douche can never be the first person to leave or the second person to leave a party or even like in the middle when everyone is leaving. He has to be the very last person always, which does not work well for me and my 2-hour time limit. Everyone was gone, right? By, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock or whatever, right? All 40 people that were there, gone. And as people were leaving, I'm like, okay, well, we got to get back to the dogs too. And I'm doing that whole thing where I'm like, thank you guys so much for inviting us. This was a lot of fun. As everyone's leaving. I didn't do it first, right? I didn't want to be that guy who's like, we got to get the fuck out of here, right? Even though I was fighting every fiber of my being to do that. Again, not their fault, my issues. They were all lovely people. But I was like, okay, we ate. Let's wrap this shit up. I got to get home. But instead, I waited till like everyone was like getting their coats on and stuff. And that's when I like made my way to the hosts. And I was like, yeah, thank you so much for inviting us. This was very nice. But that did not work. Lord Deuce was right next to me. He heard me. He should know the wrap-up talk. But he just hung around right till everyone was gone. Then it was just the people who own the house, the people who invited us. So we sat down and started talking. And you know how that goes. There was one guy there at the party who's like a DJ, like a part-time DJ. And he was like, yeah, I've got this thing. It's called a tea dance or something. Tea dance or something next Sunday. During the day, and I don't know, like a bunch of doctors or something that go there, and it's a dance, and he's like, and then Lord Deuce was like, we should go, and I'm like, what the fuck is a tea dance? I don't like tea, and I don't like dance, and Lord Deuce was just like, just say yes. That's what he said to me. Just say yes, and I said no. I had way too many questions. At first, I thought tea dance was like a trans dance, like a prom for trannies or something. Tea dance. And if it is tea, like, English breakfast tea, Earl Grey, that type of bullshit, that sounds like super formal. Yes, welcome to the tea dance. Good heavens, why are neither one of you adorned with a gold-lined sash or a tiara? Utterly shameful, utterly embarrassing. Are you with the help? You should be using the servants' entrance. Now, please fetch me a Prince of Wales. Anyway, whatever you guys did this weekend, I hope it was just as great as mine. I'm sorry this took 22 minutes to talk about, but you guys are my therapy. I had to get this all out. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist and fucked up news right now. Yes, if you are not yet a Sideshow member, what are you waiting for? Sign up right now and Bicoon. Whoa!
That's racist!
Is that like bequeath? I becoon you. You are now a coon? Is that what that means? No, I becoon you. What was I saying? Oh, yes, become a true and honorable freak. Sign up for the Sideshow. Get full access to the entire archive of programs. Well over 3,000 shows? I think about 3,000 shows at this point. Plus, every week we do extended programs, exclusive shows. We've been pretty heavy on the exclusive programs. Tomorrow we'll be doing an exclusive show. For instance, Thursday, another exclusive program. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now. This is how I make my living. So if you like TV, if you get any sort of entertainment value out of it, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Make sure to tap on the bell. That's what they say on YouTube, right? No, subscribe to the show. That's the first thing. If you like Distorted View Daily, you should be subscribed and getting new episodes every single day. But more importantly, go to superfreaksideshow.com. Sign up. Membership's very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. You get a special password-protected RSS feed, and you'll get all of the free shows and the exclusive content in one feed over there at superfreaksideshow.com. Okay, and it works with most podcast apps, not all of them. The big ones pretty much all work, though. There you go, superfreaksideshow.com. 3 quick stories now. First up, it's a disturbing new trend. Virtual rape. No, not virtual rape. God, I love that term, virtual rape. Why hasn't there been any news stories about virtual rape lately? Oh, because it's so fucking dumb? I was playing World of Warcraft, and this guy came up behind me, and he kept pushing into me like he was sticking his dick up my butt. It's called virtual rape. Except you can't push into another character. In World of Warcraft, you just gotta, like, walk through them, and also you can't expose your dick. So it's just like this guy, like, pressing forward and then pressing back to walk back and then pressing forward again. And then the woman feels threatened. That's virtual rape. It's utterly retarded. No, we're not talking about virtual rape, but we are talking about something DV has covered over the years. Now the mainstream news is catching on. There's a new gross challenge out there. Teens are in pursuit of internet fame. And this challenge is making stomachs turn, as it is as disgusting as it is dangerous. The latest challenge involves snorting a condom up one nostril, inhaling it, and then pulling it out from your throat, right, out of your mouth. Like other viral fads, this one has been around for years. It's just now catching fire on social media, mostly via YouTube. The best part of these dumb internet fads finally catching fire is that the local news reports on it. And so I've got audio here from one of them.
Another internet challenge to put parents on alert and raise everyone's eyebrows. It's probably the weirdest story you've heard all day. Teenagers trying to snort a condom and then pull it out of their mouth.
Weirdest story you heard all day. Obviously, you're not a subscriber to Distorted View Daily. This is kind of mild. I was debating on even featuring this. Now, if it was like the condom challenge, but you use truffle butter to slick up the outside of the condom before sucking it through your nose, then maybe it would be DV worthy. You smear on a nice layer of shit and cum, that beautiful frothy mixture, then you got a challenge.
Teenagers trying to snort a...
I wonder what would happen. Someone should really try this. One of you extreme freaks out there. Fuck someone in the ass with a condom, right? Make sure his or her ass is all dirty. I guess you're going to have to pull out before you come, because I want the cum on the outside, along with the shit. Then I want you to inhale, suck up the condom through your nose. I want to see how much of the cum and shit gets smeared up in your nostril, right? So you're going to have like a runny nose of cum and shit. And I also want to see how much cum and shit is left when you pull it from your throat, for science reasons. Might actually help the viscosity of the condom. Might go up the nose faster. It's all slicked up with shit and spermies. All right. Health authorities warn that the new game poses a real risk and can kill. I love that health authorities are being bothered with this nonsense. Can you comment on these kids snorting condoms? Like, what are they doing now? Are you fucking kidding me? All right. Anything that goes up one's nose can damage the sensitive inner lining of the nose, cause an allergic reaction, or result in an infection, wrote Bruce Y. Lee. Bruce Lee, Associate Professor of International Health at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, in a column for Forbes. The condom could easily get stuck in your nose or throat, blocking your breathing or causing you to choke. Forbes cites 2 cases reviewed in medical journals in which both women, accidentally swallowed condoms. Oh, I don't think they were participating in a challenge. I think, some asshole guy thought, I got a big dick. I need magnums. The condom was all loosey-goosey, and these women giving blowjobs, sucked the condom down. So not only was it like a regular, it was one of the big condoms, Magnum XL. I knew one guy who, like, as a friend, I've never seen this guy's dick, but he bought these, or he uses these Magnum XLs. It's so unfair. I don't even think I roll regular size condoms on all the way. You know what I mean? I don't know. Life is just not fair. All right. Even if you manage to successfully pull the condom out through your mouth, inhaling a condom up your nose would be very uncomfortable and potentially quite painful, Bruce Lee wrote. Did his mouth match the words that were coming out of his mouth while he was talking? All right, would it really be worth all that just to get more likes and views? Yeah, it's super hard to get subscribers. I'm not above it, you know what I mean? I haven't updated my YouTube channel in a long time. I really need to get more consistent. I've got my camera all set up to start doing videos. I just have a little more, behind-the-scenes work to do, and we'll start producing some video content again. Great. More work for me. I say that every time I mention videos. Great! More shit for me to do, for you. The condom snorting fad follows a recent trend of people eating Tide Pods and encouraging or daring others to do the same. The stunt, dubbed the Tide Pod Challenge, resulted in poison centers reporting 142 incidents just in January. Second story we have for you today also has to do with a dumb internet challenge. This one almost killed a kid. I'm interested. Sam Ballard, a promising young rugby player from Sydney, Australia, spent 420 days in a coma. What the hell did he swallow?
Dick and nuts!
No. No cum, no dick, no nuts, no condoms. Sam, that's my personal philosophy in life. I have something similar above my bed. The giant sign that reads, no shirt, no shoes, no condoms. If you're gonna have sex, you want to feel it, right? Skin on skin, baby. You cannot feel the intricacies of a butthole wearing galoshes. Part of my new spoken word piece. Man, I am all over the place today. All right, what the hell did this kid eat? Sam Ballard spent 420 days in a coma after eating a poisonous mollusk. He ate a slug. Sam, who was 19 at the time, asked friends, "Should I eat it?" before swallowing it whole at a party. The player, who was described as my rough and tumble Sam by his mom, Katie, fell into a coma. Not so rough, and was found to have been infected with rat lungworm. Holy shit, that sounds awful. I've never heard of that before, but I can just tell by its name, you don't want it. Rat lungworm. The parasite can cause brain infections in rare cases. He fell into a coma, and when he woke up, he was completely paralyzed. All of a sudden, snorting condoms don't seem so bad. All right, on Sunday, his friend Jamie Galvin and Michael Sheesby appeared on Australian TV to talk about their lives since the fateful What are the friends? The friends' lives went on pretty much unscathed. It's the kid who snorted the slug that has a story to tell. Talk about your lives since the incident back in 2010. Yeah, we felt awful for our friend. And then we kind of forgot about him a month later. He was in that coma. We had to move on with our lives. We went off to college. Is he still alive? Did he get better? What's going on here? All right. On Sunday, his friends Jimmy Galvin and Michael Sheesby appeared on Australian television to talk about their lives since the fateful stunt back in 2010. They said that they were sitting in the back garden drinking wine when they spotted the slug. Jimmy said the conversation came up, should I eat it? Off Sam went, bang. That's how it happened. His mom said that she hoped her invincible son would be walking and talking again soon. So this is like 8 years later. The kid is not walking or talking. Instead, he spent 3 years in the hospital, living. Oh, no, he left the hospital in a motorized wheelchair. How many people that own hover-rounds do you think actually go to the Grand Canyon or go on fucking African safaris? Most are probably just happy they don't have to push themselves into the bathroom. That's where I want to go. Just want to take a shit without spraining my arm. All right, whatever. So he is now, I guess, in a motorized wheelchair, maybe a hover-round. I smell endorsement deal. His other friend, Michael Sheesby, says, seeing where he is now, being able to move his arms. Oh, my God. 8 years later, and he can move his arms. Just from a little slug. Or just grip onto something. That, to me, is a huge improvement. His friend said they still try and keep his life as normal as possible. Jimmy Galvin said, we like to sit down and watch the footy and watch the rugby. I try and make it matey and fun. We will crack a beer. When Katie goes out of the room, he reaches for it. He gets his lips on it, and sometimes we put a little bit of beer on his lips. And his eyes light up. Now aged 28, Sam suffers seizures, Jesus Christ, and has to be fed through a tube. His family are massively in debt and owe a nursing service about $42,000. A number of dangerous recent crazes have sparked fears for young people. And then again, they mentioned the Tide Pod challenge. At least with the condom thing, they're doing it for the views and the subscribers. This kid was just doing it for the fun of it. He wasn't trying to get famous on YouTube. He was just trying to make his friends laugh. I can respect that. Final story we have for you today. I have been warning you for years. Not about snorting condoms or eating slugs. I've been warning you about the goddamn monkey future. I even sold t-shirts in the Distorted View store to raise awareness and, more importantly, money for me. I wonder if I have any of those monkey t-shirts left. I think I do. Should be selling those. I'm going to be opening the Distorted View store back up. I know we usually open it up for Crimbus, but I did not do that this year because I was getting ready for the move. That move that lasted 6 months. And now that it's almost tax time, and I'm also getting other notifications from the IRS saying, hey, you owe us even more money for years past. Now might be a good time to start selling some t-shirts and raise some money. Anyway, back to monkey future. Indian police now say a 16-day-old baby boy believed to have been snatched by a monkey has been found drowned in a well. Life is not like The Jungle Book or Tarzan. At least, Disney's versions of it, where a baby is found and the animals take it in and raise it as their own. No, these are murderous asshole monkeys. I bet you at first they didn't know what to do with it. They're like, oh, this is a cute plaything. And then the baby started crying and was like, holy shit, this fucking thing is annoying. What's the quickest way to shut it up? Drowning it in a well? The monkeys are smart, man. The infant was sleeping under a mosquito net at his home. Jesus. I'm guessing this did not happen in Missouri. This sounds like some African bullshit. Africa is a beautiful continent with such rich cultures. Yeah? We don't have to worry about monkey snatchings here in the United States. I'd gladly trade some culture for animal-induced homicide. All right, the mother is saying that she saw a monkey take away her child. She raised an alarm, but the monkey quickly leaped over the roof and vanished out of sight. That's according to Police Sub-Inspector S.M. Burrell. Apparently this happened in India. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, continent of Africa. It's that shithole India to blame. All right, we launched a search along with the forest officers. Yesterday, the baby was spotted inside the well, dead. A post-mortem showed the infant died of asphyxia due to drowning. Since there were no injury marks on the baby, maybe the monkey dropped him in the well. Yeah, maybe. No case was registered as the family is convinced it's the monkey that killed their child. The incident happened in the village of Talabasta in Cuttack district. Media reports said monkeys have become a growing nuisance in the area. They're learning how to use tools. You know what I mean? This is going to continue to be a problem. We're on the verge of some Planet of the Apes shit going on here. We have got to launch a preemptive strike. Isn't Trump all about, military, giving the military more money? They want to start an arms race with God knows who? North Korea and Russia and shit? Why not, wage war, but with monkeys? You could bomb the fuck out of them, give tons of money to the military-industrial complex, and not have to worry about any nukes being lobbed our way, because monkeys haven't figured that out yet. I weep for the day monkeys unleash their intercontinental ballistic shit missiles, because that's lights out for us. We're done. We're kind of asleep at the wheel, though. And I feel like I'm the only one sounding the alarm here. Come on, America. Maybe I should tweet at Trump. All right, media reports and monkeys have become a growing nuisance in the area where the child was taken. In March of last year, schools were closed. Some kids have snow days in the winter. They had monkey days after a monkey leapt at him from a tree. Jesus Christ, I read that line like a ninth grader in remedial English. Let me sound that one out. Media report said monkeys. All right, the same month... I'm still having trouble reading. The same month, a government employee died from head injuries after a monkey leapt at him from a tree. Though revered in the majority Hindu nation, monkeys are a menace in many cities, trashing gardens and office and residential rooftops, and often viciously attacking people for food. Activists say the invasion of the animal's natural habitats by urban population has caused the problem. Usually, we invade an area and the animal dies off, but these monkeys are adapting and they're becoming vicious and they're fighting back and sharpening their tools. It's all very, very scary. All right, there you go. We need to rise up. Wake up, white people! Monkeys are our real enemy, and that could be taken multiple ways. It's the Glenn Miller way. Coons like basketball. All right, I'm talking about actual monkeys here, you know. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Many ways to contact me. Show at distortedview.com. That's my email address. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at distortedview, and of course, facebook.com/distortedviewshow.
如有疑问请按2，请按2由人工咨询。
Is this some of that Hebrew fucking Klingon shit I went through?
通知您，您有一封紧急公文已于期未领取，请尽速联系本馆领取。如有疑问请按2。
I think this is Chinese.
请按2由人工咨询。
Are you holding my mother hostage? Do I owe you money or something? All right, next up here.
Timmy Boo, Sideshow member and Patreon member, DJC calling in. Just a little question. Ask you, what would you whore yourself out for?
Oh.
I guess that's the question. How much money could I pay you? Not so much to have sex with Timmy Boo, but let's say a day with Timmy Boo. I could maybe watch an episode take place. If I was out in the Cincinnati area, I could watch you do an episode, hang out with you for the day. We can get some...
I would feel weird about taking money.
Taco Bell.
About that. If you're just like a listener wanting to hang out, grab some food, and watch me record a show or do a live program or something. I don't think I would charge you for that.
What would that cost? And then just say maybe a little sucking and fucking.
Oh, okay. Well, if sucking and fucking is involved...
Yeah, that in there. Maybe you can
that changes the scope
of
the work.
There's one for just a day. One with the day with some pot sucking and fucking. Just curious.
Let me work out the estimate here.
What would you whore yourself out for?
I don't know, man.
Great job on the show. Keep up the great work. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm hopefully going to get a little raise here in June, which means I am going to up my Patreon money from $5 to $10 a month, Timmy Boo.
Wow, thank you.
10 whole macaroonies.
Well, I hope you get that raise. I don't know. At first I was going to give you some astronomical figure. I'd be like, let's see. How much do I owe the IRS? And my credit card bills and yada, yada, yada. And I'd give you that number and it would just be huge. But then it seems like, if I charge $10,000 or something, then I'm not that good at anything, right? Watching me do the show is not worth $10,000 and sex definitely not.
Hey, what's up, Timmy Glue?
So I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Timmy Glue? Just listening to your Distorted View episode where you're talking about the incels. These little fucks cracked me up.
Yeah?
I underwent...
Hello?
Thank you. I've undergone several facial reconstructive operations. I'm totally blind, and
What the hell happened to you? Did you fucking snort a slug?
You
guys got to stop doing that.
Reconstructive operations.
Was it cancer, maybe?
I'm totally blind, and I've slept with a number of women.
Oh, you should get on that incel board and relay your story. Their heads will explode.
And, a couple of them have been from other countries. So if I can...
And you didn't give them money? I mean, not to be rude, but...
And I can get out there and put forward the foot to meet women and get that poontang.
How much facial reconstructive surgery are we talking? Are we talking just a cheek? Or are we a whole face?
Forward.
Eyes, mouth, nose.
Foot to meet women.
I'm more curious about your story than anything else.
Get that poontang. Why can't these fucks who have...
Do you have a super large dick or something?
Completely normal facial features. I'm not hideous, but I have scars.
If you just have scars,
you can see.
Sometimes chicks love scars, right?
No.
He's so dangerous.
They are just people...
Send me pictures.
Who... it's probably best if their sperm is not... helping the planet populate.
Right.
We have enough of that already.
I think a lot of it is attitude. Right? I mean, these guys are all doom and gloom. And, like, the second a woman shows any sort of hesitation, like, I don't know if I want to go out with you, they immediately, like, call them whores. They have no game, and they're not very chill, right? They're just like, hey, you fucking slut! No one wants to sleep with you anyway. I thought you were ugly. I was just doing you a favor by offering my dick to you. You know. So. All right, so thank you. Yeah, I agree. Those incels are a real problem. Like monkeys. Let's take care of the monkeys first, then we'll work on wiping out the incels. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Teenagers trying to snort a condom.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Remember, tomorrow's show is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to listen, you got to sign up for the Sideshow. Become a true and honorable freak. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, bye, everybody.
Hello, my treacherous friends. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I brought you all here to discuss, as I must, how pleasant it's been. Hello, my treacherous friends. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I brought you all here to discuss, as I must, how pleasant it's been this time.
My name is Tim Henson, the new face of genital herpes.